This is Glasgow Mayor Henry Royse welcoming you to Henry's Dashboard Dialogues.
Going back to Glasgow, back to Glasgow, KY.
On behalf of the city of Glasgow, I want to say happy 2024 to you and yours. This new year has sort of a cleansing effect, out with the old and in with the new. I think that maybe should be out with the old and in with the better, which is where New Year's resolutions come into play. To me, a New Year's resolution is something that I know I ought to do better at, but it is a task that is often difficult, if not almost impossible. For example, losing weight, quitting smoking. Now, those are difficult enough, but they're kind of selfish too. Those mostly help the resolutionist. Yes, resolutionist is actually a word. Webster's defines it as one who solves a problem. And there's our light bulb moment. New Year's resolutions from the city of Glasgow's perspective is about solving problems. And in keeping with the aforementioned theme, a problem that is difficult, if not almost impossible, a lofty New Year's resolution for the city of Glasgow could be acknowledging that we have homeless who live in the city and how we can improve that situation. Notice I didn't say eliminate it, I said improve it. We have a number of charitable organizations who offer solutions, churches, not for profits, who help with food and shelter on a temporary basis. But these numbers seem to be growing. Last month, I and several city department heads participated in a Kentucky League of Cities Zoom conference on the challenge of homelessness and the lack of affordable housing. I anticipated hearing lots of solutions that other Kentucky cities had instituted to improve the situation. Instead, I was shocked that no city has come up with a surefire way to fix a growing problem. I did learn a new term that cities referred to as a common theme. It's NIMBY. That's NIMBY, NIMBY, which is an acronym for Not in My Backyard. All cities seem to be hearing from NIMBYs who don't want the visibility of the unhoused in their communities. And a number of initiatives are in place, but with limited success. We actually heard from the director of Louisville's homeless initiatives. They actually have a shelter that can house 750 persons per night. Their average census is 1,500 per night. We have churches who offer temporary housing, but not everybody wants to follow the requirements to receive temporary housing, which is where sleeping under bridges and in parks become the norm. Our New Year's resolution should be to admit that we have homeless in our city and that each one has a different story. Turning our backs is not going to help anything. There are groups like Bridge Kentucky and others who are making a difference. As a community, this time next year, I hope we are not embarrassed by having unhoused people in our community, but be proud of how we've been able to help those who want to help themselves. Wouldn't that be great? And we did it in our own backyard. Now, my second resolution is maybe a little more difficult. I resolve to communicate better using social media. The challenge is that one of the most misnamed entities in today's society is Facebook, because fundamentally, Facebook allows a person to say things about someone that they would never say to their face. How convenient is that? The city of Glasgow has social media. We have people who write for social media every day. Things like meeting cancellations and announcements about various things going on in the city. We use it to communicate with people on a casual basis. The challenge is there is no requirement that anything that's typed on Facebook be true. Being the mayor, it's the hardest job I've ever had. And to do this job, I can't rely on somebody's opinion that's posted just to get likes or clicks or followers or to discredit somebody they just don't care for. Facebook is a wonderful form of entertainment. And so if saying ugly things is entertaining to you, then have at it. Enjoy. But if you question something about city government, contact me using my real name, henryroyce@gmail.com. We'll talk face to face. I have failed at keeping most New Year's resolutions in my lifetime, but I am so excited about succeeding this year. Thank you for making Henry's Dashboard Dialogues a part of your day, and I wish you and your family the happiest of times in 2024.
Going back to Glasgow.